team, it is Wednesday. Welcome to a new vlog. Yep, you heard that right, it's Wednesday. I am starting this vlog on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday to be specific. I have 10 minutes of a sprint left. I'm doing Patreon sprints at the moment with Jade and Pris, and I thought I should start this reading vlog soon as I have started reading something. It is week 1 of the Final Book Support Group's 2-week-long readathon, and I am trying to focus on some final books this week. So I am hoping that this will run until Sunday, fingers crossed, and then there can be a second reading vlog for week 2. Because I have 2 sets of plans. So for this week, my aim is to read and finish Aurora's End by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, which is the 3rd and final book in the Aurora Cycle series. I am already 50 pages in, so I am hoping to make some progress on this evening. I haven't started reading yet because I just went to have a shower instead. This series follows Squad 312, who are basically a bunch of space cadets. And they ended up being thrown together kind of in this group with their man in charge, Tyler, and he ended up with kind of like the dregs from the bottom of the barrel, left instead of being able to pick his own team because he got distracted by a beacon, an SOS beacon, in which we found Aurora, who was abandoned on a ship. She was on her own. All her crew were dead in their cryopods, and she was still, well, she'd just woken up from her sleep. And there are some secrets going around, both at base and also with Aurora. And we basically follow this group of people, and it's fascinating and I love it. So I am excited about reading this one so far. I have been enjoying being back with these characters and being back with such a familiar writing style with J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I do enjoy their writing style. The audiobook is brilliant. It is multiple narrators, so I'm looking forward to reading this one, and I am feeling pretty positive about the fact that I could finish this book, which is great news, because for those of you that saw my last reading vlog, I've still not finished dating Dr. Dill. We'll come back to that later on in the month. I'll try anyway. The next book I want to read for this week, and probably the only other book that I'll try and read this week, is The Legacy, which is the Off-Campus Book 5 by Elle Kennedy. The Off-Campus series followed different couples in each book, but from the same hockey team. So we're following a group of guys in a hockey team, but the books are multiple POV, so we do follow the girl as well. And this book basically rounds it off with coming back to the couples 3 years later to see where they're at post college, etc. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's not that long, and it will be interesting to be back with familiar characters and also familiar writing with Elle Kennedy. So I am looking forward to this one as well. So I do want to try and make some progress in this first before I start this though, because I think being through 2 books at the same time will be too much for me, which is a cry for help if I ever heard one. But yeah, this is what I'm planning on reading this week, so fingers crossed I will be able to manage that. For those of you that saw my TBR, I will leave a link to it up here in case you haven't yet, but both of these books are on my TBR, so I'm excited about that. This one ended up with a complete fluke. I almost convinced myself I'm a witch. So yeah, excited about both of these. So I'm gonna go because there's 6 minutes left of this sprint, and I want to get myself comfy and ready to get some reading done. But I just thought I would start this vlog off, let you know what I'm planning on reading over the next week or so, and yeah, let you know how I'm getting on, things like that. The slump is hard. I haven't been feeling very well. My voice still isn't 100% back. Life. But I'm doing all right. We're gonna keep plodding on, and I will give you an update when I have something to update you on these books, and I will check back in with you later. Thursday evening. Actually, it's gone midnight, so it's now Friday morning. But it's 4 minutes past midnight on Thursday night, Friday morning. And I thought I should probably come and give you an update, because I forgot to do that earlier. I was about to go upstairs and do it in the library, but one of the lights just tripped the whole circuit in the house, so I've had to fix that, and never mind. You guys don't care. I thought I'd give you a reading update because your girl's been reading and she's been doing really well. She's very proud of herself and she doesn't know why she's talking about herself in third person. But I've been reading Aurora's End and I've been having a great time. I'm on page 348. I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow. I've had sprints tonight with public sprints for Final Book Support Group and then Patreon sprints on Wednesday night for my patrons, and I've been reading this during both of those periods and I'm having a really good time with it. I am terrified because I know that Emily, one of the subscribers, was saying that she's read this and she finished it this evening and she was sobbing, so I'm a little bit terrified. I am worried. I think this is the reason a lot of the time why I don't finish series, is because I don't like my time to come to an end with the characters I enjoy. And I do enjoy this ragtag crazy group of people, so I am sad about my time coming to an end with it. But this book is wild. There is a lot of time loops in here, so it is kind of repetitive, which has been driving me a little bit insane, but I am intrigued to find out how they're going to fix it and how the story is going to end. So I am very intrigued. There is a lot of time jumping as well, so you know, past people meeting future people, and also present people meeting past people and all of that stuff. Very complicated sciencey stuff, but I'm really enjoying it, and it's done in such a way, again, as always, J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman write in such a way that they make it very easy to understand, so that's great, because sometimes I can lose my way a little bit with, you know, time traveling and also time loops and stuff like that. So I'm really enjoying it, having a good time, and I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow. But I am going to go up to bed now. I should be more tired than I am, but I actually had a nap when I came home from work because I wasn't feeling particularly well and I wanted to be a bit more refreshed for sprints, so I'm not that tired. So I think I'm going to go up to bed, and I'm actually going to start a book on my Kindle. So I should, if I'm going to start another book, it should be The Legacy by Elle Kennedy, because that's the other book I want to read this week. But I think I'm going to start a different book on my Kindle. I got a new pop socket for this. Do you like it? Because it makes it easier for me to hold my book in bed, because otherwise I end up with like a crinkle in my finger. I have one for my phone as well to stop that from happening. Also, I'm sick of dropping my phone on my face. It's very heavy. So I think I'm going to start Jagger or Jagger. Jagger. I think we're going to go with Jagger by Amanda McKinney. I'll show a picture of it here. It's book 5 in the Steel Shadow Security. Well, it's book 5 in the Steel Shadow something series. The first 4 books, Steel Shadows Rising series. Yeah, so the first 3 books are the Steel Shadow Security books. And then the 4th book is Steel Shadow Rising, and this book is Steel Shadow Investigations. So although they're part of a different series, if you like, they're like companion novels, because Jagger has been in the first 4 books. He's been represented in the first 4 books. And so I think he's going to cross over with some of the guys I've already seen from this series in general. But it's kind of like a series within a series. And it is classified as like book 5 within the series when you scroll through. So I would like to carry on with this because I've just had an email from Amanda. I am signed up to like her email thing, and we've just had emails from her to say that her Mercenary, which is Steel Shadows Mercenaries book 1, a romantic thriller, is now out, and book 2 comes out later on in the year, and I really want to pick that up. So I feel like I should be reading these in order, so I may as well continue the series and pick up Jagger, and I thought that I might as well start that because it's continuing on with the series. Even though it doesn't finish a series, it continues on with it. So I'm in continuation station at the moment. We're on final book and also continuation station. So I thought I'd go up and give that a start, see what happens. If I decide to put it down and not come back to it again, that's fine. but I decided that while I'm in the mood, I want to start it. It's going to be a romance, and it's going to be filthy, I have no doubt, and it's going to be intense because it's like suspense, romantic suspense, thrillers, romance with Amanda McKinney always, and I love her writing style. So I'm going to go up and read that, but I thought we'd give you an update, let you know that I'm loving this, having a great time with it. Feel like I'm back on my bullshit with my reading again. I'm excited to pick the books up on my TBR, so yeah, we'll see how this goes, but I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know tomorrow. I will update you. I am working from home, so I have the opportunity to do quite a bit of filming and get on top of my filming and editing, hopefully, over the next 2 days. Fingers crossed, we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna go and start on this, and I will check back in with you tomorrow.
The next day.
Hello, it is Friday afternoon. It is currently, so let's start reading, 3:30. I've taken today, I say pretty easy. I filmed a video this morning. I was going to film another one, but didn't get round to it. I have done some work, and I have watched Gav's spring flingoween vlog as well. Gavin? No, as Thomas would say. That was terrifying, what the fuck. No update on Aurora's End since last night. I haven't read anything else, but I am going to go down now and hopefully finish this. But I did start reading, what was I reading? Jagger last night. I don't know why I'm holding this up. I had to read it on my phone because for some reason it won't open on my Kindle. My Kindle's fine, I think. It just won't open that specific book, which is annoying. I then sent it back to Kindle Unlimited and then took it out again in the hope that that would sort it. I don't know what's up with it, but it just won't open on my Kindle, so I'm reading it on my phone. And I ended up reading like 103 pages of it last night. I just couldn't put it down. So I'm really enjoying it. We're following Max Jagger. Every single time I hear the name Jagger, I want to call him Mick, but that's not right. Max Jagger, who is an ex-marine, and he's now a detective in Berry Springs. And he basically, we start off, the opening scene is of him being at a funeral of another cop who he used to look up to, almost like a father figure, I think, and he's been killed. And Max is investigating the murder. However, there are a few other strange goings on in town that he thinks are connected to the murder, and then we go further into the book and we end up coming across Sonny, who is stood over the dead body of a man who has been shot in the face. She's holding a weapon, and Max arrests her, but he's under the impression that things are not as clear-cut as they seem. It looks like she's killed this man. It should be a very simple, clear-cut case of she stood over the body with the weapon, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, and Max is feeling very protective over Sonny, and he's not sure why. And it's very, very interesting. I get the feeling, no pun intended, but I get the feeling that this is going to be a grumpy sunshine, Sonny story, and starting off enemies as well to lovers, and I think it's going to be really interesting, and I'm enjoying it already so far. There is a lot of description about Jagger in general to start off with. We also have a character called Darby, who is kind of like underneath Jagger at the moment, and kind of wanting to follow in his footsteps and be exactly like Jagger, but he's very much a, you know, not marine type guy. So I don't know where his character development's going to come in either, but so far I'm enjoying it. I am intrigued to see how things go with Jagger and Sonny, and see what happens, and also see where the story goes. So this is romance suspense, but I've seen a couple of the reviews saying that there is more suspense than there is romance, which I'm here for, kind of. Like, I enjoy the romance in the background, but I do enjoy these books because I like the combination of romantic suspense. So I'm excited. This one is a lot longer than the first Steel Shadow Security books. It is quite a bit longer. It's almost 400 pages. So maybe that's where the descriptive side of things comes in with Max. But maybe the story just kind of takes a turn of explaining things a little bit more than the Steel Shadow Security books did. But so far I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I decided to pick it up. So I am hoping to finish Aurora's End this evening, well, like now before tea time, and then I'm hoping that maybe this evening I can finish this. We will see. I am 30% in, so, and it didn't take me too long to get to that point, so I am hoping that maybe I'll be able to finish this evening. I don't know why I'm holding this up, I'm not even reading it on here. Finish this evening. So yeah, but I'm gonna go, and then tomorrow I will read The Legacy, I think, by Elle Kennedy. So I'm enjoying myself, I'm having a good time with what I'm reading, and I think because I'm mixing it up a little bit, like we've got some sci-fi, which I feel like I haven't read any sci-fi in ages, so it's really nice to pick this up. So I've got some sci-fi with familiar characters and familiar writing that I'm used to. We've got romantic suspense with familiar writing anyway that I'm used to. I reckon that the Steele brothers will end up, Gage, Gunnar and Axel will end up in this story at some point. I think we're going to get a cameo with them at some point, I'm hoping anyway, because Jagger was in the previous books. So I am hoping that's the case. So again, familiar writing, possibly familiar characters. I've got a familiar character with Max anyway. So yeah, hoping that that's going to be the case. And then obviously The Legacy with Elle Kennedy, again, familiar characters, familiar writing style. So maybe this is just what I'm needing at the moment, is to continue some series. Maybe that's what I'm needing. Not even necessarily rereading, just continuing series, familiar writing style, familiar characters, and that's what I need right now. So anywho, it's working out in my favour, so I'm gonna go and get some reading on, and I will check back in with you and I have an update for you. Hi, it's later on in the day and I have finished a book. It's currently 7:05 in the evening and I have finished Aurora's End and I'm so proud of myself. For the first time in 17 days I've actually finished a book and I'm really happy. I gave this one 4 stars, 4.5 if I gave half stars. I really enjoyed this. I was crying at the end. Probably not as much as Emily was crying when she said she was reading this last night, but I was crying a little bit towards the end. This was so lovely. I really enjoyed being back with these characters and being back with this writing style. I really do enjoy J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman's writing style. They're so great together. So I just had a really good time with it. I can't really tell you anything about what happens in this book because it's the 3rd and final book in the series and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was great to be back with these characters, to see how the story all comes together and comes to a head. The time hops, both from present to future and present to past, were great. It all ended up coming together towards the end. It all ended up coming together towards the end. I honestly thought that I was going to lose my way with that a lot more than I did. It was very well explained and well done, and I really enjoyed it. So 4.5 stars for this one. I gave it 5 on Goodreads because I feel like it was more of like an upper end. It was probably in between 4.5 and 5 stars rather than 4 stars and 4.5. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was very good indeed. So glad that I have finished that. I have since, you will have just been able to see the clip before, I have managed to now get Jagger working on my Kindle. I don't know how I managed it, but I managed it, so I'm excited. I think I'm going to try and eat some food. I'm not that hungry. I had some lunch earlier and it was like 2 o'clock, but I ate quite a bit, so I'm not that hungry. So I might just leave it for even a little bit longer and get something to eat in a bit. But I do want to carry on with Jagger now, so I'm going to do that, I think, and lean into wanting to read without pushing myself too hard. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll give you an update when I've got something to update you on this. If you can hear music, I apologise. My neighbours like to put the music on a Friday evening and have a dance around the living room because they're adorable. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get some reading done.
The next day.
Hello, it is Saturday morning. It's about 11:30ish. It might be a bit earlier than that, but I'm here with another update. Not much of one, to be honest. I only read for a little bit last night and then I watched a movie, so I got to page 206 last night. Oh, so I read like 103 pages, double my page count, which is fine. And I got to 55% through the book. So I am still hoping to finish this today. I am still enjoying it. It's going really well. We've had we've had the POV from Sunny now as well, because we've been getting mostly Jag, but we've been getting the odd in and out from Darcy, which is dodgy. And then we've had one from Sunny now as well. So I think the previous chapter was from Sunny. So I ended at I stopped at a very odd place, to be fair. But I am looking forward to carrying on with that today. I am planning, my plans for today, I need to edit my recent reads video and get that uploaded today. But I also need to take pictures of the whatever-a-thon bookmarks. By the time this video goes up, those will be announced. So I need to take pictures of those, put the listings on the shop and get the shop ready to be launched this evening. And sort those out as well, start packaging those. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get started on these bookmarks, take the photos first, and then I will get that lot done and then edit the video and then start probably packaging the bookmarks while I carry on probably reading this. I do have the audiobook for it, but I've also got the audiobook for the Legacy as well, so I could start that too. I wouldn't mind finishing this first though, because I don't want to get in a position where I'm, you know, starting a new book and then I don't come back to this one and finish it off. So I only did it with Aurora Rising because I knew full well I would finish that book. I'm not scared that there's a chance that could happen, but I am scared that there's a chance that could happen. So, right, I'm gonna go. I'll check back in with you later.
The next day.
Hello team, it is now Sunday evening. I'm watching the F1, but I thought I would just come on and wrap this vlog up because I think I'm gonna do a bit of editing while I'm watching this. But yeah, I thought I would come on, wrap this all up for the first week of Final Book Support Group. I didn't do any specific reading today for this vlog because I did a separate vlog, which is going to be a self-care day vlog. So I had a really good time with that, to be honest. I wasn't having a good day this morning, and I'm really glad that I decided to do the self-care vlog. But I did manage to complete some books for that, so I have completed like 6 books this week, which is really nice, but I'm only going to talk about the 2. So in this reading vlog, I have completed Aurora's End by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman, which I gave 4 stars, 4.5 if I gave half stars. And I also completed Jagger by Amanda McKinney, which again, I gave 4 stars, 4.5 if I gave half stars. I really enjoyed this book, it was great. I do think that this book is probably set before the Steel Shadow Security series, which is Cabin 1, Cabin 2, Cabin 3. I think it's set before that just because of one of the characters that's in it. I know there's a reason. So I'm fairly certain that it's set before the Steel Shadow Security series is set. But I enjoyed it nonetheless, had a good time. Did feel like it was a little bit insta-lovey with the romance. Cringed a couple of times with the romance. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the suspense with the thriller aspect. And I also enjoyed the romance as well. And I have dived straight into Rider.
That's what she said.
Which is the second and final book in this duology, but also the 6th book in the Steel Shadows series. But I am really enjoying it. So I did start rider last night. I didn't get too far in. I think I got about 15% in. I was very, very tired. So I am hoping to finish that off during final book support group week 2. I was going to try and focus just on middle grades because it is also Camp Believathon that week for Gav's Patreons. What I'm thinking I might do though is actually just focus the week on Camp Believathon, so middle grade reads, and then because I do have Starfell 3 and 4 to read this week, upcoming week, and then I might focus the Saturday because it is the part of the 72-hour Smut Den readathon by Cassidy, Rye, Mel and Bobby, the late night crew. I might try and just focus that on Ryder, finishing that, because it will be smutty. So I'm thinking that's what I might do. Plans could change, that's next week's problem. But yeah, I've had a really good week. I can't believe how much I've managed to read outside of what I read during the self-care vlog today. I'm really happy with the fact that I've managed to complete 2 books this week, one of which is part of a series. So I am really happy with that progress, especially seeing as April was not a good month for me. May is looking much better. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this reading vlog. Let me know in the comments down below if you've taken part in final book support group this week. Obviously it's a 2-weeker. This is the first week. How did you do? What are your stats looking like? Did you have a good time? And chat to me in the comments down below. Bye for now.